Hey, today we're hoping to get some fixes done on Moose. We had him out again um, and had a couple snags when we were steering. Having a problem with the power steering. We've replaced the belt two different times, trying to get a different belt into it. We've got the right belt, but we can't get it quite tight enough. This is a Franken truck. It's been pieced together by a few different people. So the pump just won't get quite tight enough. And so when it gets extreme pull, it slips the belt, starts screaming instead of working properly. I may need to replace uh, the power steering box as well, but one piece at a time. So I want to get the belt so it doesn't slip anymore. Once we get that done, hopefully we'll see where we go from there. So today's plans, hopefully, I don't have a lot of hours today to play on it, but hopefully is to take part of the brackets apart and fix them so that I've got a little more adjustment room on them because they're maxed out where they are. I've got the room under there. I just need to make the brackets accommodate. We had a couple other things happen on our last route. We lost our horn. We lost the fuel gauge, was working, then just stopped. And we lost some interior lights. I think it's just a ground problem on those ones. One was out. I went and wiggled things, and next thing you know, I lost three of them. So, anyways, we will double check on that and figure out. And I'll try to get a couple different views here and show you what happens and show you what we get accomplished. So right now what we have happening here is this belt just is not getting tight enough. The bolt down here seems to be slipping. There's one down here on an adjuster. This one's fine. This one's fine. But this bracket, this bolt here, get this pointing right for you. This bolt here is unfortunately topped out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can either move this bracket so it sits higher or elongate the hole a little bit. Literally all we're needing is, like maybe an eighth, if that, extra room to tighten it up and keep it tight. This pump actually is moving within this chamber as well. So we're going to see if we can't tighten those up a little. And then, like I say, that bottom one's stripped. I'm not sure what's up with it. It goes through like a barrel. I don't know if somebody had threaded the barrel. It seems to be capped at the one end. We may just try take it off, drill it out, do something with it, and make it so that we can put a bolt with a nut on either side. I'm not sure yet 100% on that one. I'm going to start at this end and play with this one because it's readily accessible and see what that can do. Tighten these ones here behind the pulley so that this part isn't moving with inside this bracket. With those two done, hopefully that'll be enough. If not, then we'll start playing with this other one over here and see what we have to do with it. Also, the pulley's off just a little bit. I'm not sure if I can get that to line up a little better. The belt is just a little bit crooked. I mean, nice part about belts, really, they shouldn't care that much on that, but for some reason it is causing me a bit of grief on these ones. But anyways, we've got the new belts in. We've got it done. It's just now to get this so it quits, because right now it's still point. I can turn that and it's not turning, like the belt's sitting still. So we've got to get that tighter so that stops doing that. So that's first and foremost on my list today. One thing I do love about this truck is the fact I can climb right in. Okay. All right. That came down almost too easy. Okay. Now, so what we're needing to do is make this bracket come up just a little bit more here, and or if I can get this twist right to lift this whole bracket so when it's sitting like this, it sits just a little bit more up. Not sure which one I can do yet, but we're gonna see. Okay, trying to get this down. I hit it with the grinder. Unfortunately, just grinding it's going to take forever. So we're going to try to cut it. I want to get so that I can bring the washer up higher. It's going to stop on this part here. So we're going to try to nip it here. Just cut this little piece out so that when I elongate this a bit, the washing come up closer to the top. Again, it doesn't have to have a whole, like it's got more than enough strength. It's going to handle that without a problem. We also want to see if we can't bend this somehow down, twist it down a little, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that without throwing trajectories off. So we'll see. As I say, I don't have a huge shop. It keeps getting more junk in it all the time. So I do stuff outside. So right now I've got to try to knock this little piece I cut out, kind of bend it so I can cut it some more, and I got to find some place I can do that. So see what happens. This can be the best location, but better than none. Not cut very well. Back in a second. Okay, had to go back to the grinder and cut that a little more thoroughly. Now we've got rather a good track there. Let's see if we can't punch this down enough that we can get it to stand out so I can cut it off. That is some thick ass metal. We'll get it to lift a little. Not enough yet, but we're getting there. A little bit at a time. Okay, so far I've gained about the width of the bolt here. We've got a little longer. So that should help. Now if I can get this a little bit more of a twist to this piece here so that we can get just a little more height out of it, that would be good. We'll see. Don't think I'll be able to get any of that for you, but I'll show you once I get her in. So I tweaked the back bar here just a little bit, and I elongated that a little bit. So hopefully between the two, this will give us enough room, and that's got some play in it. Nice. Hopefully this will give us enough room to be able to manipulate where we want this to be. My only problem is keeping this straight. If that is straight, I'm pulling it in too tight here. I'm thinking we need a little bit of a spacer in here. Something to bring this out a little, line things up a little better. So let's see if we can't find something for that first. One moment. Only problem with spacers can allow wiggle, so we've got to be careful on that. Too much space between them, we can end up with too much adjustment space, and then that could turn into a nightmare. So Let's see what happens here. Even just one in here, I think I'll pick up a bit of that adjustment we need. Well, actually that did quite a bit. Alright, now this one in here. This actually goes into my header bolt, so that's kind of interesting. Alright. Not wanting to super reef anything yet. I just want to get things lined up some. This one's snug-ish. And then that can come up. That can come up quite a ways now. That looks like it's going to make a big improvement. I'm going to washer on this. Big one that's not needed. I don't know if we got a bad spot in this thread. Trying to avoid. Looks like it. Alright, looks like we got a bad spot on the thread on this one as well. So I'm going to see if I can't find another one of these and replace this. I don't know what luck I'm going to have with that, but we'll see what we got in the stocks. I'm semi-organized. I say semi because, yeah. It'd be nice to have a shop that actually has shelves and space. Eventually we'll get there. Is that the same? Looks like it is. Looks like we might have a winner that quick. Same length. Yep, same length, same style. Good thread all the way. Let's see. Let's see if this one will thread in. Hopefully it does. Love the fact we have the clearance when we're driving moose. It is awesome. Only problem is pain in the butt to work on them. You get them this high, they're hard to reach in and get what you got to get at. Oh, those win-lose situations. I don't have to worry about running over stuff, but I have to pain in the butt to get things lined up. Oh, that's going to be way nicer. Oh, yeah. Way nicer. Now we got to get that to come up. Oh, yeah, we got to tighten those guys. They were a 15. So as I said, I was noticing that this part of the pump was moving. And so I was able to wiggle it as well. So when I was tightening things, it moved as well as the other part moved, and that's not what we want for sure. All right, now I think I need a pry bar to get everything into place, and we should be good to go. I think we're getting there. Well, again, the required tools have seemed to have gone amiss. They're either somewhere in Moose because I brought them with me, or they got used and didn't get put back where they're supposed to be. Most likely the second of the two. That's getting closer now. How do I get it up the rest of the way I need it? How can I get in here? The twist I need. Definitely seems to be trying to come up far enough. I still got work. Can I turn the wheel? Oh, barely. I can turn it a bit though, but very, very barely. Somewhere else in the region I can turn that. So I think I need to tighten that alternator belt a bit too. But that feels better than it was. All right. So we'll have to snug all this down, and then we're gonna have to take a test drive in the next little bit and find out if that corrected the problem. If we got the slip, might be able to tell before I even take it out of the driveway, but usually it seems to take a little bit before it starts to make noise. We'll see. So we replaced this one here, and then we replaced this one down in here. There's one hiding down in there. Kind of hard to see him in there, but anyways, there's a guy down there we've replaced. So there you can see the nice new shiny. Yeah. So with those two replaced, see the original was breaking out of there. So this one reaches in further and actually taps in. So that might just do the trick. And then we'll tighten this up a bit more. So that's good. All right. Okay. That's those minor problems. Major problems fixed. On to some electrical. All right. Well, we figured out the horn problem. Due to our shake, rattle, and roll, we have literally caused the extra relay I had to put in came loose. So we've got to move the battery here so I can get in, and then what we're going to do is actually I'm going to probably move that relay and well tie it up better. Just the off-roading bounced the shit out of it and it came loose. So we'll get this fixed. That's a minor one. That's good. So this moved enough I can see them. There's the there's some of the wires I need. Where'd the relay go? Where'd he go? There he is. There's the relay. There's the relay. There's one of the other wires needs on it. And then this wire here somehow managed to get pulled right out of this. So that wasn't crimped very well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to my electrician. Oops. Again, that was me. So I crimped her, but not quite tight enough to take the bouncing. So we'll crimp that down a little tighter. And we'll get these on. Maybe bend those a little tighter so they stay stuck better. And then we will put this, tie it up a little bit somehow if I can so it doesn't flop around quite as bad. All right. That one was okay. It's this one that came apart. Okay, that doesn't want to come apart this time. And now I got to read this. Power out. And this is power. Okay. Quick double check here. Make sure we get things right. All right. Horn is fixed. Now we just got to get this affixed so it'll not fall like that again. That's not what we want it to do. These are old. I'm gonna need to take those off. Those are the old power wires. I think they're. No, I cut those off. Okay, yeah, they don't have power. All right, we're not getting any sparks flying from those. That's a good thing. All right. The fun part is, where do we put this? There's nowhere to clip it to in there. This wire here, it's ground wire. Let's hang off of it maybe. Nope. Slipped off the box. Dang it. I know I wouldn't have left those two open like that if they had power, but just for safety sakes, let's throw some tape over them, just for argument's sake. Let's make sure we can't get any sparks flying. 1, 2. There we go. Now I know nothing can spark from those. That'll be good. All right. Those are done and down. That's down. All right. Let's try to get it back together here. 3. Go. There. All right. That's done. All right. Now we got to find out why our fuel gauge isn't working. Okay. So we found out what's wrong with the fuel gauge. A little hard to see in there, but back there we go. There's a little silver point there that is supposed to have this wire on it, and this little wire here is supposed to clip onto it. Unfortunately, it's damaged and doesn't want to stay on very well. It seems to want to slip off. So I'm going to see what I can do about figuring something else out to go on there. And it's too small for a normal plug. And that, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm going to try to get another wire on it. Once I plug that up, the fuel gauge came back up. So we're just going to get that dealt with. And luckily minor, and on to our next step. Alright, we get that back together, right there. Oh, it's hard to see that way. There we go. We got it back together there. I just put in a something inside it to take up the extra space. Now, I don't know how well you can see, but we were smelling fuel when we were off-roading the other day, and now I know why. My return hose fell off. So, rerouted it. We're going to get that back on and get that straightened out. That's another problem solved. Another thing down. Hey guys, so that's all I've got for you on this episode. We do have more snippets of some of the other repairs and upgrades we've been doing. I'll get those for you in an upcoming video, possibly the next one, not sure. We're trying to get them together so we can go out and have some fun. We do have a couple more parts that we're waiting for that, well, I'm waiting for the funds to get, and then we got to put them in. But anyways, as you noticed, the artwork has now escaped, and we put it in as the breaks between the videos. Moose now has his own little logo. That is our cute little moose that you saw. That logo has now transpired onto some of our wear we have. We have hoodies. This is a full zip. We also have the pullover version, and they sport moose on the back. So anyways, if you're interested in anything like that, by all means hit us up on comments or on Instagram and we can hook you up. We don't really have a store going for it yet or anything, but anyways, we're gonna have some fun with the logo. It's going on the truck in 2 places, and kind of help throw out our Canadian, connections to this truck. We want to get down to the States with it and to shows and have some fun. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. It helps out our channel. and it doesn't cost anything, and we really do appreciate. And that's it for now. I will see you in the next video.